the toolkit, the all-important toolkit.
Cost no object, world's best
Only
integrated
250
amplifier.
in the world, you said was.
It sounds really incredible.
Imagine how good this is going to sound once the system has, 100, 200, 300 hours on it.
All right, day 2. What do we got going on today, guys?
Here we go. Start with the rack build. So we're putting together a quadruspire rack. We like them because they're high value, they work well, and we tweak them out really kind of hardcore with the Ansuz Darks products, the resonance control devices. We like these quadruspires because when we add the Ansuz Darks, we get a lot of the resonance control that we're looking for. So it's kind of a high value proposition. So we'll be building this rack for a minute, and we'll put the good stuff on it. So this is what happens sometimes in HiFi, is you get a defective product from the manufacturer. So this thread is just slightly off, and it hopefully we have spare poles so we can get us through. But yeah, this pole is now dead soldier. Without further ado, we give you the Aavik 880 pure Class A, highest performance integrated money combined. All right, next we are getting the final components on box that are going to go in the equipment rack. So we've got Ansuz power box, power switch, power distribution. We'll get the turntable set up. So we're gonna place the rest of the electronics in the racks. Then we're gonna wire the electronics. And then we're gonna put the rack in its final spot. And then we'll get out the special surprise we have for you guys. Even if you don't do Ansuz power distributors, do yourself a favor and put it on a proper rack with proper resonance control. It makes a huge, huge difference in performance.
It's LP1250 time. The top of the line analog phonostage is called the Eureka 1. And it's a really incredible sounding phonostage. It's got two kinds of outputs. It's got RCA single-ended and XLR balanced. Well, we're using the RCA single-ended outputs, so we had a couple of open XLR outputs. What to do with them? Well, Ansuz makes a really cool product. It's a RF, or radio frequency noise cancellation product called the Sorts. They're super effective, and the most effective ones in our personal experience are the RJ45, USB, and XLRs. So we decided to put two of their signature XLR sorts into the phonostage before we mounted the baseboard. So in our expectation is this is going to be the world's quietest LP12 phonostage. This is the power supply for the LP1250. It's a Radical 2 by Lin.
Next up, power cords. So these will be the first cables we install in the system. As I told you, I like to keep the cables very low. They're the heaviest. We spend a lot of time routing them. Ansuz D3 cables, the latest, they use copper housings done in-house. The latest generation 3, brand new packaging on the D3 stuff, so it looks really nice, the fit and finish is nice, but more importantly, the performance is phenomenal.
This is the first cable going into the power distribution unit. Again, the most important cable in any system is this.
Next, we're going to be putting in the signal cables. So that consists of the RCAs that will connect the phono, the turntable to the integrated, as well as the streamer DAC. We also have 2 digital cables for our LAN connection, or our Ethernet connection. So we'll be putting in those signal and digital cables next. All right, the time has come. Here we are, ready to put the speakers in place.
One thing we like to do for our customers on installs is to remove the baffles of the speakers we're setting up and check the fasteners that hold the drivers in to make sure they're nice and snug.
All right, so system is warming up. I've got maybe a couple hours on it of playtime. Everything in the system is brand new. But I've already dialed in placement pretty well, but we're gonna give it some more time, let the drivers do a little more work, and we're gonna fine tune exactly where the speakers go. But right now I'm checking image, I'm checking soundstage, I'm checking bass response, kind of locking the speakers to the room. Soon, once I know I've got a handle on the system, soon I'd like to start installing some system enhancements, and so that'll be the next thing I'd like to show you, where we can put in some noise cancellation devices to further enhance the performance of this already amazing system. So it's gonna be a fun ride over the next couple hours while I fine tune the system. Important in this process is to play a variety of music. Of course, I have genres that I particularly like, but you want to try all sorts of genres because you never know what your client's going to play. And you want to play it loud, you want to play it soft, you want to make sure it's picking up the nuances, but also that your positioning is not overloading the room. So I'm going to play all kinds of different music at all various levels and really give this system a test. Work on placement. What's great about it is I have the speakers almost exactly where I want them, but next I'll bring Josh in and he'll give me literally a 1/4 inch movement forward, back, towing as I'm sitting in the sweet spot.
How much did you move that?
60
30 seconds. That was enough to make Josh smile?
Yeah.
So, kind of a fun experiment because the blue tape is where we started and this is where we're ending. And there was about 1,000 positions between there and there, but the difference was worth the effort. You know, we spent probably a couple hours tuning. But now we're going to take things even further. We're going to put in some noise cancellation, noise suppression devices, really light up this system, put the electronics in even a more ideal environment. So we've got some fun toys from Ansuz that we're going to bring on next.